Speaking of Ja, he's played in 3 season openers. He's averaging 31.7 points per game in those season openers. That's the most in NBA history. The only other guys to average 30 in season openers.
Look at that list, by the way.
How about Michael and Wilt? You'll also see the Dallas Mavericks, and that means Luka Doncic tonight. He's the MVP favorite for the 3rd straight season, and according to Caesars Sportsbook, he is a plus 390 to win the award this year. NBA Countdown with Greeny has more on these 2 stars.
Thank you, fellas. Yeah, so again, as they mentioned, we're going to see Ja in our early game. We're going to see Luka in our late game. Of the 2 of them, which one do you give the better shot to winning the MVP this season? Wilbon?
Luka. I think he's going to have it's interesting, some change in the players around him. I know he lost a point guard that he played very well with to New York, and I don't know how that's going to affect him. But I think the fact that he's coming back in much better shape to start this season physically than he was last season, where until Christmas he ain't do much. I think that bodes well for Luka.
What do you think, Stephen A?
I think a point guard playing for a point guard goes a long way. I think this is about Luka. You got to remember, he's an international figure, and there are international votes when it comes to this kind of stuff. So understand that that's an advantage, a distinct advantage he has over the superstar that is Ja Morant. But Luka averaging 28, 9, and 7 last season on 45% shooting, 35% from three-point range, and you see the whole offense evolving around him. Jason Kidd is going to put the ball in his hands, and he's going to have an opportunity to do every bit as much as Ja Morant does. I think Luka has that edge.
I agree with the fellas, and I'll give a couple of different points. The award a lot of times is about narrative. And when you got asked the question, Greeny, we talked about Luka being the favorite the last 2 seasons and the favorite again this season. So there's an anticipation for him to win it. And also, Luka's going to be top 5 in assists also. He's also going to be top 5 in flirting with triple doubles on a nightly basis.
But Jalen, what if I told you that the Grizzlies might win 10, 12, 15 more games than the Mavericks?
Oh, that's easily Ja.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah, but here's the thing. To be honest, as somebody that loved the Grizzlies and watched the Mavs ascend, I don't think the Grizzlies will be top 2 in the West like they were last year. It's like I don't think the Mavs will make it to the conference finals like they did last year.
Who's got a better team? Which of these two?
I think they're close. I think they're close. I think that last year the Grizzlies had a phenomenal year in the regular season. Obviously, Dallas, got close to getting to the finals. We get all of that. But I think they're relatively evenly matched. I don't think you're going to see the Grizzlies win more games than the Mavs by a mile. I think it'll be close enough where it comes down to the 2 players as opposed to their respective teams. And that's where I give the ledge.
Grizzlies will come back to the pack a little bit. First of all, teams going to be hunting for them now. They had that last year. They had that working for them. I think Dallas is just going to be a little bit better team. I mean, I know I was disappointed in them the first, 3rd, Jalen, of last season. I think we're going to see Dallas come out with a little more, with a little better focus than that. And Christian Wood really has something to show now after moving around and being a little bit of a gypsy. What is he going to do now? Is he going to anchor himself and his career?
But what Ja has a chance to do is actually playing more games. Last year, the stat about the team being so good without him really hurt his candidacy. If he's able to play 70-plus games, and also he has that wow factor,
right?
The oohs and ahs and,
no question.
And those big-time dunks.
I will say this. I have questions about Ja and Zion from the standpoint of injury. I mean, when you watch Ja, he's so athletic and he's so aggressive that I hope he stays healthy. That's my only concern about him. But Luka's one of those dudes that controls his own pace, and I just think everybody notices he'll get that edge.
We will see Ja against the Knicks coming up. We've got...
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.